All right, we're live. We are live. I am so sorry, guys. I accidentally went live on Twitter. I went live on Twitter by accident. I don't know how that accidentally misclicked, but we're here and hopefully you guys are surviving right now during this consolidation chop. I want to see price go higher, if I'm being completely honest with you. Good morning. I have a bullish draw on liquidity, or at least wanted to see price go to all-time highs. You see PPI, we had a bullish release, and I even took a long position before the news release too. I'll break that down for you guys, and I'll show you exactly what I did. But I still would like to see price go to the PPI highs, unless they want to leave all-time highs for tomorrow. These longs are mental, Luke. I completely agree with you. Look at the Dow and just look at kind of everything as to how we're trading. This is horrendous right now. Probably one of the worst post news releases for an 830 I've seen in a long time. Even the hourly chart, this is really, really bad. Delivering from an hourly gap, but this is not something that I love to see whatsoever. This is legitimately a 5-minute barcode since 10 o'clock. This is horrible. What are they doing to us? It's like I'm losing my hairline by the minute. But I was anticipating at the minimum of PPI highs for ES running those highs, and we're just consolidating on NQ right here. And that's obviously something that I don't want to see, but the view from my perspective was an SMT at the Asia lows resting here. We had an SMT set in at these resting lows here, but also it was an SMT like this too prior to the news release, which is why I had a bullish bias going into the PPI news. But I now seeing the fact that we left a failure swing at the all-time highs, that leaves me to believe that one, either we will target all-time highs tomorrow and PPI highs tomorrow for CPI data release, or it reaches today and then we reverse from that point. So that was my idea going into the day and thinking as to what price could do. So that's my view right now on price. So hopefully what could happen. Yeah, 830 was the only thing that I had as a good sentiment for the day, seeing price go higher. That's it. That's literally it. And if I could show you guys, I still think that we go higher today. But I'm currently in a long right now on NQ. My bias for the day was, damn, Dow is giving up the ghost while NQ is still holding its value. So see these lows here between NQ and the Dow, higher low at that 4-hour gap. That's Asia lows right there. If we go to the hourly chart, the hourly chart had an SMT prior to the news release at these resting lows. Let me show you here. At these resting lows, lower low here, we had a higher low resting here. So the news legitimately shot it after a 2-stage SMT. That was what I saw prior to PPI. But now we are sinking off of the face of the earth on YM, and we're consolidating, doing nothing on NQ. We're now getting weakness out of ES, and I feel like I'm literally watching paint dry between this tight 33-point range that we've been in since literally the open of the new 4-hour candle. Wow, this is horrendous. And I really hope that you guys aren't looking at like lower time frame charts, like 1 minute charts or anything between the 1 and the 5 minute. Even looking at the 5 minute, this is not anything you want to. You're going to blow your account, guaranteed. You're going to blow your account if you trade the lower time frame today, because you're legitimately going to be so double-sided to thinking price is going to go lower. Oh, price is going to go higher. We're going to get such a weird, or you're going to get such an indecisive idea behind price delivery today that it's going to mess you up. So try your best, at least if you're not doing anything or if you haven't done anything today, I would not look to take any execution based off of how price is moving right now. Vig, don't you dare promote bad behavior here. I want to see price go higher, but I don't know if we can get higher prices today. I had this down close candle here that ran a short-term low. We closed above it, and we've been kind of supporting price on it. So that was like my POI. We're getting in like this 5 minute inverse fair value gap here, or bearish fair value gap. This needs to get violated because we literally just been throwing wicks to the lows, throwing wicks to the highs. This is very anticlimactic and not what we want to see, that we could label as a high probability potential move. And it's annoying because yesterday was the same sort of thing, and I wanted to do something yesterday, but we didn't get anything out of it. You know, which sucks, but it is what it is. I'm very surprised as to how low we're seeking on Dow. Like, I think Dow already ran the previous daily low. Like, we have an outside daily candle now on Dow, which is crazy. This thing fell off of a cliff. And I think surprisingly, we ran that daily external high on Dow by like a couple points. Nothing even like dramatic. It was literally a stab and then die. A stab and die. You want us to go through the M15 IFVG line? I want us to get through and close off this 5 minute bearish fair value gap here. That's what I want. And then if price can run to this resting high here, I would go break even. That's my view. The market was very, very weird past the PPI data release. I would have loved one of the three in the triad. I would have understood lower prices if we cleared the data high. PPI highs, if we ran that, then all right. We look for shorts. You know? Since today, news gave PPI, gave a spike towards buy side on gold. Since we are leaving failure swings before a high impact news driver, if we don't take out PPI highs and all-time highs today, then I would anticipate CPI tomorrow to take out those highs. That's what I would anticipate. Also, gold could go higher because we're delivering from a daily bullish fair value gap. So daily internal to external range draw. It is just a little late in the session for gold, but there's an SMT here. And now we actually have an SMT here at these 4-hour candle lows like this and like here. But I don't like taking gold in the PM. Gold is more so of an earlier thing for me. But this is looking like it could go higher. And my draw on liquidity and where I think gold will go is gold will go and create a new all-time high at 3715.2. That's what I think on gold. But again, getting closer to the PM, anything that's not indices, don't trade. You know? You can trade gold in futures. It's just what are the contracts for gold? Gold contracts are it's GCV5 and MGCV. Those are the contracts for gold. I usually trade gold or look to trade gold. Gold moves decent in Asia, surprisingly, but gold I like trading past 8:30. Or if it gets something prior to 8:30, like if it sets up, then maybe. But yeah. I want NQ to go higher. I do. But do I think that it's going to go higher today? Probably not. This thing is literally just consolidating out of its ass, not doing anything. It's getting clapped by a 5-minute bearish fair value gap here. It's getting held up by a 5-minute bullish order block. It's super, super wick heavy. The Dow Jones is falling off of the cliff, running all of the corresponding lows. The S&P 500 is acting heavy now, most likely going to drive down to these lows here, the 930 open. I'm assuming it's going to go there. Price is acting very, very weird right now, and I'm not a fan of this. Like, if I were you guys, I probably just wouldn't do anything today. I would just walk away from the charts and like sit back. Because I mean, I'm probably going to get stopped out of this long that I'm in right now on this 5-minute candle. I wouldn't be surprised. But I've been in this long since this 5-minute closure of this order block here since literally 10:05. And it has been like, I feel like I'm watching paint dry. And like, if I wasn't doing this live, I would have set and forget my position and walked away and set my alerts and my stop loss and my take profit. Because I know like a majority of you like feel very uneasy where it's to the point where like you can't watch price comfortably while you're in a trade. Assuming you did a live stream in the morning, I would have taken. Yeah, no, I mean, if we did the live stream in the morning, then you would have seen that I took long at 10:05. You know? That's literally it. Like, I'm in, like, my position is literally here. My stop is there, and I'm targeting PPI. Like, that's literally me right now. But do I recommend you guys hopping into this right now? No, I don't. I recommend you guys most likely wait till tomorrow and see what CPI wants to do, because this is, I feel like my eyes are bleeding watching price right now. Even if we go, let's say holy hell, like going down to the 1-minute time frame, this is an absolute disaster. Like, wow, this is horrendous. And I'm probably going to get stopped on this 5-minute candle here. Like I said. I trade the forever model. That is my strategy. It is a mixture between a fair value gap or an external range high or low being ran that creates an SMT divergence, and then looking for a change in the state of delivery following that, and then executing off of that order block. So like today, what I did was we had price draw down into an hourly gap here. We created an SMT, and then we had a change in the save delivery by closing above the down close candles here and this down close candle that ran a short-term low. And then I bought in there, and then price ended up chopping, consolidating. Dow acted extremely heavy, and now I'm probably going to get stopped out of the position here at 23 at the 10 a.m. low. So that's literally what happened to me today. And SMT is a cracking correlation between price, a differentiation between highs and lows. That is what SMT divergence is. Yeah, do not hop into this. If anybody's trying to hop into anything, don't. I'm telling you now. No, it's not. I'm going to get stopped. Look how heavy the Dow is acting. This is not priced as high probability, guys. It really isn't worth your time. And on top of that, you're getting close to lunchtime too. Insane trading day. Also because the Dow has ran the previous daily high and the previous daily low at the same time, taking out this daily external high. This has been a wild trading day. If we leave the failure swings above, CPI will target it tomorrow. Promise you when I say that. CPI is a lot heavier weighted than PPI, even though this data release candle was like a CPI candle. But once we clear the data low from that news release, I automatically will assume that we will be targeting the opposing data high range, especially when we create an SMT at that low. That's my version of price looking for the opposing range. So, yeah. That is literally what I do. What's up, Santiago? Wait, hold on. What was it? Do you know any scanners would show contracts in a trend rather? No, I don't know. I don't use scanners. Yeah, the BOGO. The buy one, get one. So what you want to do, whatever we have in regards to the closure for today, go into tomorrow with the level headspace of what is Asia and what is London doing. That's how I came to the conclusion of the longs on PPI. I came into the day and I saw this. Started off on my 4-hour chart. I'll even replay price. Came into the day and I saw this. First thing, 4-hour chart, we had lows resting here that were taken out. We had lows here that were not taken out. Now, seeing this, I went down to my hourly chart. So let's look and see what happened on the hourly. Seeing how we created an SMT at the Asia lows, this gave me the idea that price was not going to take this out, and this would have been potentially a low of the day and then price to expand higher. Because if we skip price even more and see what happened, This was the 7 o'clock candle closure, the hourly closure prior to the news release. Okay. Now, if I go down, because I don't want to skip to the next hourly candle because that'll show what actually price did. Actually, no, let me just do it. Fuck it. All right. So here was the news release. But look at the differentiation between candles here. Higher low here, lower low here. And then we also have the Dow Jones creating the lower low as well right there. So NASDAQ was the leading strength indicator showing SMT. This is an SMT. This is an SMT. And then you go to the 5-minute chart and you could see. Oh, okay. I thought that NASDAQ got stopped. Price came down, created a cracking correlation, and then price, boom, went higher. Yeah, I know. I'm speaking a lot. I'm giving a little too much. I'm giving a little too much. I'll give surface level. For surface level sauce. Everything else you can learn on YouTube. All right, that just got cooked. Nasty ass day today. So gross. Has to be one of the worst deliveries that I've seen in a New York AM session. Like yesterday was bad, but this is very bad too. Actually, no, I think yesterday and today was just dog shit. I'm not even gonna lie. Yesterday and today were horrendous. Study, repeat a process, journal everything, and continuously showing up every day, tape reading, and you will eventually, in due time, become a funded trader. But just being a funded trader does not mean the end all be all. You passing an account does not mean anything. Once you pass the account, that's literally just step one. That is step one of many steps. My strategy is heavily reliant on time. Watch me get stopped, then price reverses from here. That'd be hilarious. A lot of my strategy relies on time. A majority of it actually relies on time. See, that's where Bakar, I had no reference point for a reversal on price here, because the only thing that could have been all right, I understand price reversing, is us creating an SMT inside of a 15-minute fair value gap like this, like that. You see the correlated highs between the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 here? Seeing that was my only indication of a reversal. Only indication. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Do I use Fibonacci retrace? No, I don't. I trade from 9:15 to 11. I don't take trades past. It's really dependent on how price is reacting. If it's a delayed move, I will take trades later on in the day, but a majority of my trades are between the times of 9 to 11 o'clock. I don't use any indicators besides my own indicator, which is the Forever Model indicator. Or you could use ICT everything that gives you the dividers of the day. Bro, giveaway is at the end of the stream like it always is. I took a trade today on news, but that was only because I knew what was going to happen before it happened, because I could tell the future. I wonder if I can get my screenshot in. The giveaway will be at the end of the stream, bro. It will always be at the end. But another thing for you guys to pick up on, the higher time frames that you go up, where you see a lack of displacement in price, primarily between NQ and ES, you can't see or do anything when these candle closures are so close to each other. AKA, the hourly is within a barcode, the 30-minute is within a barcode, the 15-minute has been range bounding, popping back and forth, just hopping, and the 5-minute, same thing. Like, we just created our first 5-minute fair value gap since 10:05. And I said the same thing yesterday, and I'll say the same thing again, that is not a condition that you want to be playing in, unfortunately. CPI on gold. I think that CPI tomorrow on gold goes higher. I want gold to go higher. Oh, shit. Did gold just run this low? That sucks. Now there's no SMT. Yeah, but I do think that gold goes to these highs. I do think that. That is my view on gold. What is this, 2? Fuck. You'll be fine. As long as you just make sure that you're not wait till after, or it's like you're looking to pass it on the news release. Careful with that. But if you are looking to pass it like legitimately and structurally, then wait until at a minimum 30 minutes after CPI data release. Let price settle for 30 minutes and then come into it. Isn't the 830 candle a CSD? What do you mean? Like closing below it? Is that what you mean? Pasta? Closing below it or price expanding with that one candle? I'm live 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I went 4 days a week this week, but it'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday moving forward. So my model, it's like obviously my win rate can be different to a lot of other people, but my win rate with how I utilize it is in the 60s. It's like 61.4 or something like that. And I look for a stagnant 1 to 2 risk to reward. If you're angry and very upset right now, you need to get off the charts. Coin. Like listen to the live, but don't have your charts open. And if you can, lock yourself out of the chart, lock yourself out of your trading. Because you feeling this heavy weighted emotion, I promise you, it will only do you harm than good. please, 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 when you feel the most emotional on the charts, that is when you are so prone to blowing your account. And I'm not speaking from some random source. I'm speaking from experience. If you are looking to do one shot, one kill and pass them on the data release, then trade CPI. If you are waiting to take a trade after, wait 30 minutes after the news release and look at 9 o'clock. Trust me. You're just down 1% this week, Luke? Because I just took my first loss this week on that NQ long. Oh, you're down total 1% on funded. Okay, I got you. That makes sense. I got you. I got you, bro. That was my first two. Oh, the 5-minute OB. You probably took the same trade as me. This was the ugliest in just sit through I've ever seen in my life. And I was honestly believing that since we were clearing out all these lows and NQ was failing, I wasn't expecting price to give a FU candle in one. Yeah, literally. What's the role of imbalance zones predicting? So imbalances are fair value gaps. It's just price taking out old highs and lows and rebalancing imbalances, because all price does is in a bullish market, we impulse, we retrace, impulse, retrace, impulse. Every single time we impulse, we are retracing and rebalancing an imbalance. And then we are impulsing again off of that imbalance, taking out a high, retracing into an imbalance, impulsing again, taking out a high. That's literally just how the pattern runs. That is how the pattern runs. That's how we move. That's just price. That is just price for you. I wish we weren't slow moving during these things, right? It's like so boring. Oh, I definitely can say that. One macro on NQ and pass phase one standard on Blue Guardian. I don't blame you for being done for the day, bro. Dude, I'm sick and tired of foreign exchange markets. If you tell me right now that this is an appealing market to trade, you need to go to a mental institution. If you want to tell me right now that price on foreign currencies is better than the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and the Dow Jones, something is wrong with your head. You hear me? This is nothing even. This is a daily chart, bro. This daily is stuck in this range. Not to pat myself on the back, but I called out euro longs from this order block here and this SMT. But my long was the low. But dollar index, my God, this is horrible. This will kill you. This is exactly why I don't trade this, bro. What do you mean why? Do I have to say it again? I'm not saying it again. No. I'm not saying it again. What? I traded forex for so long And then I made the transition and I made so much more money. So much more money. It's unreal. Damn, we actually might pump now. Yeah, like honestly. No, please. No, I'm not zooming in. Stop trying to trade a consolidating market. You are going to lose your mind. And I guarantee you are a beginner beyond beginner trader. Guaranteed. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. My indicator will thrive on trending markets. But Cam or CSM, if you trade foreign exchange and you are just doing like capitalizing on the daily candle range and you're utilizing 4 hour or 1 hour fair value gaps to a 15-minute or an M5 CSD OB, you'll do fine. Do I personally want to trade those markets? No. It's not my cup of tea, but if it works for you, you said that you're up 5, how much are you up right now? 5% this month? That's fire. And that's amazing. But from my perspective, obviously, I don't like it. And it doesn't work for me. But if it's working for you, don't stop. I get easily turned away when I see this. But if it works for you, run with it. You know? Don't let my decision depict what you want to do. You're your own person. Be an independent thinker. And if it works for you, run. That is exactly how I will always say it to all of you. Make your own decisions and you will be just fine. We actually have another SMT setting at these lows here. If we were to expand now for the day, you would want to see price in versus 5-minute gap here, and then we go higher. Same thing on ES here, running out this low. We already in versus 5-minute gap here too. What trading concepts do you make use of? I trade ICT concepts. My model and my strategy is all based off ICT concepts. Everything. That's also what made sense to me. Makes the most sense to me. So I trade a static 1 to 2 risk to reward. Other people like 1-to-1s with a higher win rate, but if you have a 1-to-1, all you need is a win rate of like 53% or 52%. If you have a 1-to-2 risk to reward, it's like in the 30s or like high 30s, low 40s. Giveaway will be announced at 11:55. I currently copy trade 25 accounts. Roughly. 25. I recommend Blue Guardian if you are not accustomed to futures trading. Like, it's literally the most user-friendly platform you could possibly use. Because a lot of the other prop firms, like, if let's say like you're using like Apex and they have Tradeovate, their platform is so outdated and so old. What I compare it to is like MetaTrader 4 to MetaTrader 5. With Blue Guardian and Project X, I could literally buy, like, let's say I wanted to buy right here. I hit buy, or like I go to paper. Whatever that, I don't know what that is. Let's say I wanted to buy right here. I put 2 limits. All I need to do on Blue Guardian is drag my stop, and it shows me exactly how much I'm risking in the trade. Like, literally exactly how much I'm risking. And then I do the same thing with TP. If I want to buy here and I want to drag and see my TP, it shows me the exact number. The exact number. With Tradeovate, it doesn't do that. You have to calculate it yourself, which sucks. Like, sucks. I always hated that. Always. That was never something that I liked doing. You know? Tradeovate is they need some sort of update. It's such an outdated platform. Project X is so much easier to use and so much easier to navigate. Like, it's not even close. It's not even a close comparison. You know? Literally not even close. Have you ever traded? Yeah. It's an FTMO account. It's just for like swing trading and stuff. Literally just for swing trading. So Asia is between the times of 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is Asia. What advice would you give a newbie starting off? I would, first of all, I would find a mentor to guide you and walk you through the path of trading, keep you on the right track, find someone to keep you accountable, and then also just absorb as much content as possible. And literally what you're doing in those beginning stages, I said this like yesterday. What you're doing is pretty much like putting together a bunch of pieces of a puzzle and making sure you're finding out what works best and what picture can you put together that makes you see clear in the markets. That's my best piece of advice to give you as a beginner when you are trying to find your bearings. Because then at that point, once you find something that makes sense to you and it's clear to you, all you're doing is repeating that process of that pattern of what you see clear. And then at that point, that's when it'll start to get boring and price will start to it'll get boring to the point where all you're doing is looking for the same thing over and over and over again. That is where you find consistency. Because you're building confidence in a repeatable pattern that you are seeing happen every week. That's very, very, very important. Very important. Does that make sense? And I have a video on my YouTube channel. It's literally the Forever Model workshop, and it shows my entire process top down. It is literally the model that made me profitable. And it's like 50 minutes long. And I know for a fact that if you guys find your bearings and you find your way, just make sure you're doing what the 1% is doing, aka journaling every single trade that you take. And if you want to go one step further than that, journal and document every single day's price action too. See if there was trade setups that you missed. See if there was trade setups that you would have taken before in the past, but you avoided because you didn't get everything marked off on your checklist. All you're doing is just showing up every day and just building more and more confidence because you want to adjust your eyes to gain the to feel accustomed to seeing price do its signatures or seeing your edge happen live in time. You know, once you get that, it'll be smooth sailing for you. Trust me. Because I went through the ringer of not doing those processes, not doing those things that the 1% were doing. And I was wondering why I was failing. And I was failing because of the fact that I was doing literally the bare minimum. And once I started actually working and treating this like a business, my trading changed dramatically. Yes, it is an ICT concept. It is an ICT concept. It is. And for someone that wants to tell you that it's not, they're lying to you and they're probably trying to scam you. Yes, I still journal, Luke. Everything is in my TradeZella. Like everything. Everything is in my TradeZella. That's what I use. It's like the auto journal. So how should we trade CPI based off PPI report? You would anticipate, or at least what I'm anticipating, if we don't reach PPI highs today, then we will reach it tomorrow. If we don't reach PPI, if we reach PPI highs today, we will get the move in the PM session. Probably the next 4-hour candle. Or if price just set in the low and we expand from here. That's my view. Because this 15-minute candle closure could tell a lot. Because there is an SMT at the lows and we are expanding. We also inverse that 5-minute gap. I know a couple of you said that you were long from this too. So also seeing the same thing on the NASDAQ as well, that same 5-minute inverse. But this 15-minute candle closure will tell a lot. I have to schedule that out. Because I'm in the middle of a lot of things outside of the charts, not trading related, that I need to focus on. And once that kind of eases off and I have more time, once I get off of the charts, then I'll start doing it. For sure. But it is about to be 11:55. Let's do a giveaway. Let's do the giveaway. We're doing 3 50K accounts. And again, I will literally take a picture of the winners of the first 3 that type something out, and then I will show you guys the picture of who it is so that you know that I'm not lying. Just like yesterday. I did the same thing yesterday too. So I will literally take a picture of who typed first, and then you guys will see. So you know that I am telling the truth and not bullshitting you. So believe me when I say these things. Please. Please, please, please. Please, please, please. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? What should I have you guys say? Let's see. Okay, I have an idea. All right. The first 3 people to, all right, I have to get this camera ready. First 3 people to type out sniper with the $sign. First 3 people tell sniper with the $sign. All right. Nope. Okay, so here is sniper with the $. Yeah, you guys folded this so hard. All right, so there's the 1. Nope. Oh my God. Guys, sniper with a $sign. Only this is literally insane. Guys. Are you kidding me? I'm still scrolling looking to see who's typing this properly. It's literally in my camera thing. Do I have to sniper with an S in a $sign instead of an S? Bro, this is embarrassing. I've literally seen one legitimate person that did it. I'm still scrolling. Hold on. Bro. Y'all need to get your English right. I'm still scrolling. You guys are putting sniper with a $sign at the end. Okay, yeah. P Doggy, you got it. You were the first one that got it. And I'm still scrolling and dude, no. $sign sniper, this is insane. It's $sign instead of the S and then NIPER. How am I still scrolling and I still don't see it? This is embarrassing. Yeah, like the only person that got it that I'm still scrolling to see. Bro. Like literally it's on the screen. There's the second one. Right there. That's the second one. There's one more. Oh my God. And there's the third one. Oh my God. That's bad. That's bad. Oh my God. That's bad. Wow. Not fake. Not fake. Literally, you can scroll up and see the comments because I just scrolled like 15 times. Oh, wow. Sniper with a dollar sign, not dollar sign sniper. Huh. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Man, you guys are cool, but like that was not cool. That was not cool. Man. Okay. Open up a ticket in Blue Guardian Futures Discord to claim yours, and then you will get the account. I'm doing it again tomorrow, and I will try and find a better word for you guys to use. And yeah, so learn some English and you'll get it. But that was wow. Hopefully for the charts tomorrow for CPI, price gives some more clarity and we can get some ideas of what we want to do next. But thank you guys all for joining the live stream. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Be safe. Good luck, good trading, and let's get a bag for CPI tomorrow. Deuces, everyone, and take care.